Let me ask you a question, YouTubers. You ever notice your fills sound like everybody else's? I know I had. So what I did was come up with some different ways of different motions to go around a drum set so that we would sound different. So if you want to sound different than the guy playing next to you, watch this video. Alright, YouTubers, today we're going to talk about taking our hands and going in different motions around a drum set to come up with a different sounding fill. Okay? When we all first start learning, 99% of us learn from high note, from high drum to low drum, left to right. If we get better, we actually go from right to left, and then we think we're pretty darn good, don't we? Okay? Well, that may be true, but why not come up with some different motions that are going to give you a totally different sound when you do a fill? Now we're going to base this, excuse me, around alternate strokes or a single stroke roll. This can be done with any rudiment, singles, doubles, paradiddles, it doesn't much matter. What we are going to work on again is a concept of moving our hands around the drums in a different way. So that the same fill we would normally do from left to right maybe has a different character once we move the motions around. Okay, so again, we're going to count 4-part counting. 4-part counting is when we count the 16th notes. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. By doing a single stroke roll, we're going to match our 1 and the ands again with our right hand, E's and Us again with our left hand. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. Simple. We did this in the first lesson. So now, the first motion we're going to do is what I call from in to out. Meaning I'm going to come from an anchor source, which is going to be my snare drum, and our motion is going to be out from the anchor. So from in here, we're going to go out around the drum set. Okay? That's going to be real important when we do this. Again, that we'll count out loud so that we can match a limb to our count, and then we do it super slow because some of these are going to get a little tricky as you're first learning them, but once you get them, they sound pretty cool. So, first motion, in to out, 16th notes. I'm going to do a slow example. Here we go. Okay? 1, E, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay? In the out. Now we can change our starting point anywhere. Meaning I don't have to go to the first rack tom. I could actually go to my second rack tom. This is actually my third rack tom, but I'm going to assume most of us don't have a 10-inch tom. So I could do the same thing going this way. As long as my motion is in to out, then we're okay. So I'll give you a quick example of that. Okay? So we have in to out. So as we get comfortable, we're going to slowly but surely increase our tempo. Again, make sure that we're in control of the fill. The fill doesn't control us. If we start to lose control and start to get sloppy, let's pull it back in, slow it up, stop if you have to, and figure out your sticking, figure out where you're going to place your hands before you do the fill. Again, right, left, 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander. Figure that out. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander. Figure it out first, then try it. Okay? Does it work? Great. Then, slowly but surely, increase the tempo. The second method I'm going to teach you today is the complete opposite. It's coming from out to in. Okay? So, again, 16th notes. Single stroke or alternate strokes are going to be how we apply them. Here we go. but it will be, trust me. Again, with this motion, we can do exactly the same thing. We can move our hands around, figure out how that motion is going to come from out to in. We can start from the farthest 2 points, whatever they may be, using this as our example. See what I'm saying? Doing there? I'm going, this is the motion. In to out, out to in. The third method is what I call follow the leader. You can call it whatever you want, but what it's going to do is I'm right-handed. My right hand's going to lead and my left hand's going to follow, like this. Okay, again. Now you can, the goal of this is just that the hands follow each other and then go from right to left, left to right. Okay, you can start again. Your right hand doesn't have to go to the farthest, you can start anywhere. Okay, so this gives us another sound possibility. Again, just doing simple circles. So if we mix them a little bit, I'm going to give you some ideas and let you hear them in real time, and then we're going to go to the last part of this. Okay? Get the idea. Now the last part is always putting a groove, go into that fill, back into a groove. Again, if this is all we can do and we can't play it after a groove or come back into that groove, then we're basically doing a drum solo, and that's the quickest way to get you kicked out of a band. So we're going to put a little bit of, we're going to put a drum beat in, we're going to do a couple examples, and then we're going to come back into a beat. Okay? You don't always have to start your fill on the 1. You can start it on the 2, on the 3, on the 4. But what we want to be able to do is make sure that no matter what we are moving our hands around, we're getting comfortable with those motions so that we're not always doing this. That gets boring real quick. But if we can mix our hands, that same fill, just orchestrated differently around the set, using these different motions, will totally change the sound of the fill. different motions for changing up the sound of a basic fill. We can do these with doubles. Paradiddles. Mix them, match them, play with them. The ones you like, the patterns you like, ingrain them into your muscle memory over and over and over again. Never lose control of them. Make sure that they sound good, that your counting stays consistent, that your tempo stays consistent. Be able to put a beat in front of it, come out of it back into a beat, and just have fun. Make it your own. Okay? Please, if you like the video, like it. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Tell me what you want to hear, what you want to work on. And I'd be more than glad to do a video to address it. Okay? Thanks for checking me out. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.